Silence, a cosmic silence so profound it echoes through the vastness of space, a chilling reminder of what we don't know. You know the question, where is everyone? The Fermi Paradox. It's not just a puzzle, it's a primal fear, and if you're here, you understand that fear. Welcome back to Stellar Stories, where we discuss science, philosophy, and the mysteries of the universe. Tonight we're asking that age-old question, where is everyone? Forget the polite explanations, the standard answers often whispered in hushed tones. We're not here for that. We're here to confront the abyss, to stare into the void and ask the questions others dare not, because to ignore the silence is to surrender to it. Tonight we're not just discussing the Fermi Paradox. We're plunging into the darkest corners of its possible solutions. We're talking simulated realities, where our universe might be nothing more than a program. We're talking cosmic exterminators, silent predators, lurking in the shadows. And yes, we're even talking about the possibility that we're nothing more than exhibits in a galactic zoo. So, if you're ready to embrace the unsettling, to explore the truly bizarre, then you've come to the right place. Because tonight, we're not just looking for answers, we're looking for the truth, no matter how terrifying it might be. Stay tuned. To get us started, we're going to explore a solution that turns our outward-looking perspective completely on its head, the Transcension Hypothesis. We often imagine advanced civilizations expanding outwards, colonizing and building Dyson spheres, and generally making their presence known across the galaxy. But what if they don't? What if they choose to go inwards instead? The Transcension Hypothesis proposes that advanced civilizations might not be interested in conquering physical space. Instead, they might focus their clandestine efforts on exploring the vast, virtually infinite realms of simulated or virtual realities. Perhaps they find true serenity in the artificial, not the physical, much like many of us prefer to get lost in video games or hours of doom scrolling today. Think of it like this. Why bother traveling to a distant planet when you can create entire universes within a computer simulation? These simulated universes could be far more complex and interesting than the physical universe, offering endless possibilities for exploration, creativity, and even transcendence. Civilizations might choose to upload their consciousness into these virtual worlds, leaving their physical bodies behind. They might even transcend the need for physical existence altogether, becoming pure information, exploring the boundless landscapes of the mind. This idea might seem like pure science fiction, but it's actually rooted in some very real trends in our own technological development. We're already creating increasingly advanced virtual realities, and the potential for artificial intelligence to create even more immersive and realistic simulations is growing every day. So perhaps the reason we haven't found any alien civilizations is that they've all gone inwards, exploring the infinite possibilities of their own minds. Perhaps they've transcended the need for physical space, choosing to live in a world of pure information. It's a pretty cool thought, and it inclines us to reconsider our assumptions about what it means to be an advanced civilization. Alright, let's dive into the very chilling possibility of the Berserker Hypothesis. This is where things get very dark. Imagine a galactic ecosystem, not of thriving civilizations, but of a silent, deadly game of hide and seek. A game where the penalty for being found is annihilation. This is the disturbing scenario painted by the Berserker Hypothesis. It proposes that somewhere, at some point in the galaxy's past, a highly advanced civilization created self-replicating, autonomous probes. These probes, driven by a single, terrifying directive to eliminate any emerging intelligent life, were unleashed upon the cosmos. These berserkers, as they're often called, act as a galactic immune system, a ruthless cleaner preventing any potential threats from developing. They might be programmed to detect certain signals, certain technological signatures, or even just the presence of complex life itself. Once detected, the berserkers would deploy their arsenal, a swift and decisive extermination. Why would an alien civilization do such a horrendous and cruel thing? The answer is surprisingly simple. They can't allow any other form of belligerent to arrive. No, the greatest threat to them would be an upstart intelligence left unchecked. This hypothesis offers a bleak explanation for the Fermi Paradox. We don't see anyone because they have all been systematically exterminated. The universe isn't silent. It's been silenced. The idea is frighteningly plausible. Consider our own history. We've developed weapons capable of mass destruction, and we're exploring the potential of artificial intelligence. What if another civilization, far more advanced, made the same mistakes but on a galactic scale? The Berserker Hypothesis also offers unsettling questions about our own detectability. Are we already on the Berserker's radar? Are we emitting signals that will trigger their arrival? Or are we perhaps too primitive to be considered a threat for now? The thought of a silent and unseen force patrolling the galaxy, ready to extinguish any spark of intelligence, is just a little bit unsettling, to say the least. It transposes the vastness of space from a realm of wonder and delight into a potential death trap, a trap from which we have no hope of escape. We are therefore left to confront the reality that the universe isn't a friendly place, but a dangerous, unforgiving arena where survival is not guaranteed, but unlikely. The Berserker Hypothesis is a chilling reminder that the silence we hear might not be a sign of emptiness, but a warning. A warning that we might be playing a game with rules we don't understand and a player we can't see. Okay, let's go down a level and explore a solution that's a bit less ominous and even soothing, but equally thought-provoking, the zoo hypothesis. Imagine Earth as a wildlife preserve, a cosmic national park teeming with life, but carefully observed from a distance. This is the intriguing scenario proposed by the zoo hypothesis. It suggests that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations are aware of our existence, but choose to remain hidden, observing us from afar. They might be studying our development, our culture, our technology, like scientists observing animals in their natural habitat. But why would they do this? Well, there could be several reasons. Perhaps they have a prime directive-like policy of non-interference, wanting to avoid contaminating our development or influencing our evolution. Maybe they're waiting for us to reach a certain level of technological or social maturity before making contact. Or perhaps they simply find us fascinating, a unique and intriguing species worthy of observation. This hypothesis paints a picture of a galactic community where advanced civilizations have established a kind of hands-off policy towards younger, less developed species like ours. They might have a galactic agreement not to interfere, allowing us to develop naturally and find our own path. This idea comes with some frankly interesting questions. Are we being watched right now? Are there hidden probes or observatories monitoring our every move? And if so, what are their intentions? Are they simply curious observers, or do they have a more active role to play in our future? The zoo hypothesis also challenges our anthropocentric view of the universe. It suggests that we might not be the center of attention, that there might be a vast galactic community out there that's aware of us but chooses to remain hidden. It's a humbling thought, but it also opens up the possibility of a future where we might one day join this galactic community once we've proven ourselves worthy. So perhaps the reason we haven't found any aliens is that they're already here, watching us from the shadows. They might be waiting for us to reach out to prove that we're ready to join the galactic conversation, or maybe they're content to simply observe, letting us play out our own unique story on the cosmic stage. The zoo hypothesis is a reminder that the universe might be full of surprises, and that our place within it might be more complex and nuanced than we ever imagined. It's a call to humility, to curiosity, and to the possibility of a future where we're not alone, but part of a larger, interconnected galactic community. This next one is going to really stretch your perception of reality. We're talking about the Planetarium Hypothesis, the idea that we might be living in a highly advanced simulation, a cosmic illusion designed to make us believe we're alone in the universe. Think the Matrix, but on a universal scale. This hypothesis proposes that our entire reality, from the stars in the sky to the atoms in our bodies, could be a meticulously crafted simulation running on some unimaginably powerful computer in a higher reality. The creators of this simulation, whoever or whatever they might be, could have programmed it to give us the illusion of being alone. They might have filtered out any evidence of other civilizations, creating a planetarium where we're the only show in town. But once again, we have to ask, why would they do this? Well, the reasons are as varied as the potential creators themselves. Perhaps they're studying us, observing our behavior and evolution like scientists in a lab. Maybe they're protecting us from some unknown danger in the wider universe, or perhaps it's just a cosmic entertainment system, a giant reality show for their amusement. Maybe they have a 100,000-year-old reality show similar to the Kardashians called The Humans, and they snuggle up with their popcorn, holding each other's tentacles, and laugh at us primitive Homo sapiens for nothing more than a good time at the end of a hard day. If we're living in a simulation, what does that mean for our free will? Are our choices really our own, or are they predetermined by the programmers? And what happens when and if the simulation ends? In my experience, nothing good. This idea also challenges our ideas of what's real. If our reality is a simulation, then what's to say that the real reality isn't even stranger and more complex than we can imagine? Perhaps there are layers upon layers of simulations, each nested within the other, like a cosmic Russian doll. The Planetarium Hypothesis is a brain-popping idea, but it's one that's gaining traction among some physicists and philosophers. It's a reminder that our comprehension of reality is limited, and that there might be far more to the universe than meets the eye. So perhaps the reason we haven't found any aliens is that they're not part of our simulation. They might exist in the real reality, beyond the confines of our digital cage. Maybe they're just another program running alongside us in the same cosmic simulation. Okay, let's venture into a realm where technology becomes so advanced it transcends our understanding entirely, the Singularity Hypothesis. This idea proposes that advanced civilizations might reach a point where their technological progress accelerates so rapidly that it becomes absolutely impossible to predict or comprehend its progression. So this is the technological singularity, a hypothetical event where artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence, leading to an explosion of technological growth that fundamentally alters the nature of reality. If a civilization undergoes a singularity, it might then disappear from our view, not because it's destroyed, but because it's evolved beyond our capacity to detect it. Imagine trying to explain the internet to someone living in the Middle Ages. They simply wouldn't have the conceptual framework to grasp it. A civilization that has undergone a singularity might have technologies and ways of being that are completely alien and incomprehensible to us. They might have uploaded their consciousness into advanced computer networks, created artificial universes, or even transcended physical existence altogether. They might be all around us, but we wouldn't even know it, like ants walking on a supercomputer. The Singularity Hypothesis offers a fascinating explanation for the Fermi Paradox. We don't see anyone because they've become something we can't see. They've evolved beyond our ability to perceive them, leaving us behind in the dust of their technological ascent. This idea also poses fascinating and chilling questions about our own future. Are we headed towards a singularity? If that is the case, what will it mean for humanity? Will we be able to control this technological explosion, or will we be swept away by its force? The Singularity Hypothesis is a reminder that the future is not just unknown, it's potentially unknowable. It challenges us to think beyond the limitations of our current understanding and to consider the possibility that the universe is far stranger and more wondrous than we can currently imagine. It suggests that the silence we hear might not be a sign of emptiness, but a sign of a reality that's simply beyond our grasp. Now let's delve into a truly chilling concept, one that paints the universe as a place of real and terrifying danger, the Dark Forest Hypothesis. Imagine the cosmos not as a friendly neighbourhood, but as a vast silent forest, a dark forest where every hunter is a potential prey, and every revealed presence is a target. In this scenario, any civilization that broadcasts its existence risks immediate annihilation. The dark forest hypothesis rests on two fundamental axioms. First, every civilization strives for survival. Second, every civilization is aware that resources in the universe are finite. From these axioms, a chilling conclusion emerges. Any civilization that reveals its location becomes a potential threat to others. Because of the vast distances involved and the inherent uncertainty about the intentions of other species, the safest strategy is to remain silent, hidden, and deadly. If you reveal yourself, you risk attracting the attention of a more powerful civilization, one that may see you as a competitor for resources or a potential threat. The only logical course of action is to strike first, to eliminate any potential rivals before they can pose a danger. This creates a chilling, self-enforcing system of silence. The universe becomes a dark forest where every civilization hides in the shadows, listening for any sign of activity, ready to strike at a moment's notice. The dark forest hypothesis offers a stark explanation for the Fermi Paradox. We don't see anyone because they're all hiding, they're all afraid, and they have good reason to be. This idea transforms our perception of the universe from a place of wonder and exploration to a place of fear and paranoia. It suggests that the silence we hear is not a sign of emptiness, but a sign of intense, deadly caution. It also raises unsettling questions about our own actions. Are we making a mistake by broadcasting our presence into space? Are we unwittingly revealing ourselves to a hostile universe? Are we like a lone camper, building a campfire in the middle of a dark forest, unaware of the predators lurking in the shadows? The dark forest hypothesis is a chilling reminder that the universe might not be a friendly place, and that our desire for contact might be a dangerous, even fatal mistake. It paints a picture of a cosmos where survival is not guaranteed, and where silence is the only safe option. Now let's explore a solution that plays with the very fabric of our perception, the idea that they are all here, but we can't perceive them. This hypothesis suggests that advanced civilizations might exist all around us, even within our own solar system, but they've evolved beyond our current sensory capabilities. They might occupy higher dimensions, utilize forms of communication we don't understand, or even exist in a state of energy or information that we can't detect with our instruments. Imagine a world where the electromagnetic spectrum we perceive is just a tiny sliver of the reality around us. Advanced civilizations might have mastered other forms of energy or communication, ones that are invisible and undetectable to our current technology. They might be using gravitational waves, dark matter, interactions, or even manipulating the very fabric of space-time to communicate and travel. They might have transcended physical form altogether, becoming beings of pure energy or information, existing in a realm beyond our comprehension. They might be living in the quantum foam, or within the very structure of space-time itself. This idea raises the fascinating possibility that we're surrounded by alien life, but we're simply blind to its presence. It's like trying to listen to a symphony with a hearing aid designed for a dog whistle. This hypothesis also challenges our anthropocentric view of the universe. We tend to assume that our senses and our technology are the ultimate arbiters of reality. But what if they're just a limited window, a narrow band of perception in a much larger, more complex universe? Perhaps the reason we haven't found any aliens is that we're looking in the wrong places, using the wrong tools. We're searching for signals we understand, for forms of life we recognize. But what if the aliens are using signals we can't even detect, existing in forms we can't even imagine, that they are all here, but we can't perceive them? Hypothesis is a reminder that our understanding of the universe is constantly evolving. It's a call to expand our horizons, to challenge our assumptions, and to explore the possibility that the reality around us might be far richer and more complex than we ever imagined. It suggests that the silence we hear might not be a sign of emptiness, but a sign of our own limitations. Let's explore a more optimistic, albeit still somewhat humbling, solution to the Fermi Paradox. They are waiting for us to grow up. This hypothesis proposes that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations are aware of our existence, but they're choosing to hold back, to refrain from making contact until we reach a certain level of maturity. They might be waiting for us to demonstrate that we're capable of handling the responsibilities and challenges of interstellar contact. And think of it like a parent waiting for their child to mature before giving them the keys to the car. Advanced civilizations might see us as a young, impulsive species, still prone to violence and self-destruction. They might be waiting for us to develop a more peaceful and sustainable society, one that's capable of contributing positively to the galactic community. They might be observing us, monitoring our progress, waiting for us to overcome our internal conflicts, to address our environmental challenges, and to demonstrate a genuine commitment to peace and cooperation. This hypothesis suggests that contact with extraterrestrial life is not a right, but a privilege. It's something we have to earn, something we have to prove ourselves worthy of. It also implies a certain level of benevolent guidance, a sense that we're being watched over by a more advanced, more mature species. They might be waiting for us to reach out, to initiate contact ourselves, to demonstrate that we're ready to join the galactic conversation. This idea offers a hopeful perspective on the Fermi Paradox. It suggests that we're not alone, that there are others out there waiting for us to join them. It's a call to self-improvement, a challenge to become the kind of species that's worthy of contact. The "they are waiting for us to grow up" hypothesis is a reminder that our future is not predetermined. We have the power to shape our own destiny, to choose whether we become a responsible member of the galactic community or a cautionary tale. It's a call to maturity, to responsibility, and to the possibility of a future where we're not alone, but part of a larger interconnected cosmos. Finally, let's explore a solution that confronts the very nature of the universe itself. The universe is a transient phenomenon. This hypothesis proposes that the conditions necessary for the emergence of complex life, and therefore advanced civilizations, are not permanent. They might be fleeting, a brief window of opportunity in the vast expanse of cosmic time. The universe itself is evolving. Stars are born and die, galaxies collide, and the very fabric of space-time is expanding. Perhaps the conditions that allowed life to arise on Earth and potentially elsewhere are not static. They might be changing, becoming less favorable for the emergence of complex life. Imagine a cosmic window of habitability, a period of time when the universe is just right for life to flourish. We might be living near the end of this window, a brief moment before the universe becomes too hostile for life to exist. This could be due to a variety of factors. The rate of star formation might be slowing down, leading to fewer habitable planets. The increasing expansion of the universe might be diluting the resources necessary for life to thrive. Or perhaps, as some theories suggest, the universe is destined to undergo a heat death where all energy is evenly distributed and life becomes impossible. This hypothesis offers a sobering explanation for the Fermi Paradox. We don't see anyone because they've all come and gone. They might have existed in the past during a more favourable epoch, but they're no longer around. It also proposes interesting questions about our own existence. Are we living in a brief, precious window of opportunity? Are we the last gasp of intelligent life in a dying universe? The universe is a transient phenomenon. Hypothesis is a reminder of the vastness of cosmic time and the ephemeral nature of life. It's a call to appreciate the present moment, to cherish the opportunity to explore the universe and to ponder our place within it. It's a reminder that the silence we hear might not be a sign of emptiness, but a sign of the fleeting nature of existence. I really hope you enjoyed these explorations of the Fermi Paradox. Please remember to like and subscribe to the Stellar Stories. See you next time.